In 1942, the United States 8th Air Force had arrived in England. Unlike their British counterparts, the American commanders remained staunch supporters of daylight bombing. Despite their optimism, these commanders were aware of the limited range of the escort fighters, preventing the American bombers from striking targets deep into the German mainland. The proposed solution was a modified B-17 bomber, devoid of bombs but instead bristling with guns, the YB-40. A standard B-17F in 1942 was already bristling with guns. The Bombardier and Navigator had access to 2.50 machine guns in the nose cheeks. The flight engineer operated the upper turret equipped with 2 machine guns, while a gunner operated the ball turret also equipped with twin machine guns. 2 waist gunners operated each a single .50 machine gun. The tail gunner operated twin machine guns from his position, while the radio operator also had an upward-firing machine gun in his radio compartment. Work on the first XB-40 prototype started in September 1942, when Lockheed's Vega company started with the conversion of the second production model of the B-17. Instead of bombs, the XB-40 and subsequent YB-40s carried more guns and ammunition. The cheek guns were removed, and instead a remotely operated turret underneath the Bombardier's position housed 2.50 machine guns to protect the front of the aircraft. The radio compartment housed a second dorsal turret with twin .50 machine guns. The waist gunners also got twin .50 machine guns. Together with the twin tail and belly machine guns, the YB-40 would carry 14 machine guns into battle. The bomb bay was converted to ammunition bay for the guns, while extra armor plating was installed for crew protection. After the XB-40 was successfully tested in November 1942, the next month the order was placed for 13 YB-40s with a second order for 12 more aircraft. Because the Lockheed Vega plant had other more important projects, conversion of the B-17s was handed to Douglas. The YB-40s they produced differed from the XB-40. The waist gunners were staggered for better freedom of movement, while the second dorsal turret was moved slightly backwards compared to its position in the XB-40. In the field, ground crew reinstalled the twin-cheek machine guns, increasing the number of guns from 14 to 16. The first batch of YB-40s arrived in the UK on May 1943. One aircraft got damaged while making a forced landing after running out of fuel and never saw combat. The remaining 12 YB-40s were assigned to the 327th Bombardment Squadron of the 92D Bombardment Group. There they would see combat from May 1943 to July 1943. An analysis of the YB-40's performance after 48 sorties revealed that the idea of an escort gunship was a failure. Due to their heavy weight and extra drag caused by the additional gun stations, the YB-40s failed to keep up with the B-17s, especially when these had dropped their bombs. Even preparing the formation of bombers over England caused delays because of the YB-40s. They needed 48 minutes to reach 6,100 meters. A fully loaded B-17 only needed 25 minutes to reach that altitude. Even their kill score failed to yield significant success. In 48 missions, the YB-40s only scored 5 confirmed and 2 probable kills for 1 YB-40 lost. At the same time, while the YB-40s were recalled, the first P-51 Mustangs were introduced as bomber escorts to assist the P-47 Thunderbolts and P-38 Lightnings. Unlike these two fighters, a P-51 equipped with external fuel tanks could escort the bombers to and back from targets deep into German territory. Despite its failure, the YB-40 did lead to innovations within the B-17 fleet. The chin turret with twin machine guns, the staggered waist gunners, and improved tail gunner station with larger windows were all included in subsequent B-17s as a direct result of the experiences with the YB-40. By the end of 1943, the remaining YB-40s returned to the United States to be used as trainers. Once the war was over, these gunship bombers were broken up and melted. Except of some pictures, there is no trace left of this unique concept that sadly failed to prove itself in the crucible of combat. Thank you for watching. If you want to learn about the B-17's ball turret, follow this link.